Of the Great War of the Ring, many songs have been sung and many tales told. The names of heroes like Gandalf the Grey, Aragorn the King, and Frodo the Ring-Bearer are greatly revered, and rightly so. Yet Sauron's grasp stretched much further than the lands of Gondor and Rohan alone, and his forces might have done great evil in the north of Middle-earth, had a handful of heroes not stood in his path. Their stories, too, deserve to be told. Pay heed now to one such tale, which begins here in the town of Bree, just a few short days before Frodo arrived on his quest.
Aragorn.
Eredon, well met. And in company with Andriel of Rivendell and Farin of Erebor. An unlikely trio to find walking through the doors of the Prancing Pony. You were at Sarn Ford last I knew. Do you bear news from Halbarad?
Yes. Grim news.
I feared it would be so. Quickly, tell me what has happened, but keep your voices low. There are unfriendly ears, even here in Bree.
3 days passed. The guard at Sarn Ford was attacked by 9 Black Riders.
Stand fast, Rangers!
We were overwhelmed, and the enemy passed into the Shire.
This is worse than I imagined. I know these riders. It is from Mordor they come. Our folk had not hoped to stand against the 9 together. How bad were our losses?
Very bad. We tried to resist them, but they were surrounded by an aura of unnatural dread.
There is more you should know. After the rout, one of the Black Riders met with an ally, a man of great malice and power.
As our master commanded, I have stirred up the orcs of the mountains. Even now I have a force gathering amid the ruins of Old Fornost.
Return at once and prepare your forces. We will have need of them soon.
My orcs will be ready. These lands have known peace for too long. They will soon feel the Dark Lord's wrath.
If this Agandaur has a force at Fornost, then our position grows all the more desperate.
But why all this force against the peaceful halflings? It can't be the enemy sees them as a threat.
I will say this much. There is a hobbit of the Shire who should be coming this way with a great burden. If it falls into the hands of the enemy, it will mean doom for us all. Now this hobbit is adrift on the road with enemies all around. I must find him before they do. And I need you to help me keep him safe.
You are my chieftain. I will gladly do whatever you command.
I'm a part of this now as well.
Then we 3 are of one mind. How can we aid you?
We must reduce the threat from the enemies gathered at Fornost. Travel there and do whatever you can to keep the enemy's eye turned towards you and away from the Shire.
Perhaps we will have help in this task. Eladan and Elrohir were in the north when last I heard. Any gathering of the enemy is certain to attract their attention.
Good. You could find no better allies than the sons of Elrond half-elven.
I hope we meet. But with or without help, the enemy will be kept busy. We'll make sure of that.
Oh, you're an elf, aren't you? Sorry, you think I'd notice an elf walking into the prancing pony? I guess I've had my head in the clouds today.
You must pardon my saying so, but you seem troubled.
Oh no, it's no trouble. Not really. It's more like, well, I'm in love.
Surely that is a good thing. Tell me, who is it that you love?
It's Idona Bellflower, my childhood sweetheart. I always thought we were meant for each other, but her father doesn't like my prospects. He's arranging a match with the blacksmith, Edmund Brushwood.
A father's wishes are not to be set aside lightly. But what of Idona? Does she love you as well?
That's just it. I'm not sure. I always told her how much I loved her when we were children. It was all a game back then. Then we got older and it got so much harder to say.
If you love her, tell her so.
I want to tell her I do. Look, this locket belonged to my mother. I want to give it to Idona as a token of my love. But the chain is broken, and Elman the blacksmith is the only one in town who can fix it. If I take it to him, he's sure to suspect something and turn me away.
A simple matter. Let me take it to him.
Yes, that might work. Elman would never suspect a stranger like you. There's one more thing. Idona's father, he keeps a careful eye on his daughter and won't give me a moment alone with her.
I will take her the locket and your words.
Wonderful! Just perfect! Take the locket to Elman at the smithy across the street. Once it's repaired, bring it to Idona and tell her I love her and that I'll do everything in my power to make her happy every day we are together.
Very well. I will tell her.
And just one more thing. After you talk to her, could you come back and tell me what she said? One way or another, I have to know.
As much as I would like to help, there are some urgent matters that require my attention.
But you are my last hope. Please. I promise it won't take long. Just take the locket to Elman for repairs, present it to Idona with my love, and return to me with her answer. That's all I ask.
Very well. Give me the locket. I will return soon. These people seem to have no notion of the dangers that threaten them.
Oh, my. Bless me if it isn't an elf maid right here in my inn. And pretty as a flower and all. It's been ages and ages since we had anyone like you in the prancing pony. It's an honour. That's what it is. An honour. Plain and simple. Oh, but listen to me prattle on. What can I do for you, lady?
Tell me about your town.
Oh, Bree is an old place. Been here for ages and ages. This is the only place in the world you'll find hobbits and men living side by side. We used to see a lot of travellers coming through Bree. Not so much nowadays, but I still get customers enough to keep me busy.
Tell me about your inn.
The prancing pony's been in my family for generations. I can't rightly say how long, it goes that far back. I'm told there's been an inn on this spot nearly as long as there's been a town.
What news do travellers bring of late?
Lately, the talk's mostly about trouble away to the south. Seems like there may be war or some other calamity brewing down there. Folks have been coming up the Greenway, or the old road from the south, looking for a place to find some peace.
Are they settling here in the Breelands?
Well, no. It's not that we aren't sympathetic to their troubles. It's just that Bree belongs to Bree folk. We can't take in a lot of outsiders. And the truth is, I don't like the look of a lot of these newcomers. Some of them have mischief on their minds.
I may have need of a few things before I leave Bree. Where should I look?
Well, we have stores and shops here in town, but I suspect most of them wouldn't suit your needs. You might try Adelgar Oldbank's shop. He's got a collection of unusual items which might interest you. It's right across the street from here, on the corner. If it's repairs you need, try Elman Brushwood, our blacksmith. His smithy is just across the street, there on the corner.
I must be on my way.
So, what brings an elf to my shop? Surely you don't need old Elman to set your equipment to rights. I thought you elves could conjure up magical swords with a snap of your fingers. At least according to the stories I was told as a lad.
I am sorry to disappoint you, but such tales are greatly exaggerated.
Guess I knew that. But there's no denying your kind makes some wonderful things. There's a hobbit here in town, Adelgar Oldbank. He's gotten hold of the odd piece of elven handiwork now and again, and, well, let's just say, I'd relish the chance to watch an elf smith at work. Back again.
I would like to have this locket repaired. Are you able to do the work?
Let's see it. Looks like something might have been made in these parts. Maybe back in me old dad's day. Wouldn't expect one of your kind to have something like this. Where'd you come by it?
You are correct. It is Bree work. I am having it repaired as a favor to a friend.
I see. Well, it couldn't be simpler. I'll just add another link, and it won't cost you but a single silver penny. There you are. Good as new.
I thank you. Farewell, Smith.
Well, bless me. If it isn't an elf walking right into my shop like something from an old tale. Welcome, welcome. What can I do for you? I hope you have a trinket or two you would be willing to sell. Nothing as wonderful as elf-made goods.
Do you deal often with my kind?
Not often, sadly. But there are still elves that wander from time to time through the Chetwood nearby. Sometimes I've been fortunate enough to meet with them.
I see. Have you met with any recently?
Why, no, now that you mention it. I guess it's been a few years since last I met an elf. Though sometimes I've had a strong feeling that they were about. Just not seen, if you take my meaning.
I am not surprised that meetings with my kin have become rare. Do you know why this is so?
Folks say that the elves are leaving our shores, heading west and sailing away for other lands. Some around here might be happy to know that was true, but for my part, I hope it isn't. Yet I imagine you'd know more about that than me.
It is true. Many of my kindred have departed, and many more will soon follow. Yet there are those of us who still love these lands of Middle-earth. We will remain here for many long years to come, if we are able.
Good, good. I hope to see more elves visiting and trading with us. Speaking of which, what can I do for you? Hello, is there something I can do for you?
I am told you are pledged to the blacksmith. How do you feel about that match?
What? Is my betrothal a matter of such importance that total strangers wish to discuss it with me?
I have a message which I cannot deliver without knowing your feelings.
This is all very mysterious, but if you must know, Elmwood Brushwood is a decent man who makes a good living, and he has my father's blessing.
That is not the answer of a woman in love.
Everyone says that in time we will grow to love one another, but Elmond does not have my heart.
If your heart is not given to the smith, then allow me to present a gift. From Rowley Appledore.
A gift? From Rowley? But I thought that is he. I'm sorry, it's just so unexpected. What is this gift?
This locket, which once belonged to his mother.
Oh, it's beautiful. But I don't understand. Why is he giving me this now?
He also wished me to tell you how deeply he loves you.
Rowley loves me? Still? We were so close when we were children, but I thought he had forgotten all that.
No, he remembers, and it means everything to him.
But this is wonderful news. Wonderful. Rowley's always had my heart, always. The poor, simple, wonderful fool.
He is awaiting your answer. What should I tell him?
Oh, please tell him I love him, and that we will find a way to be together always.
A pleasant message to bear. Farewell, Idona.
You're a strong man, Bramble. You do well with us.
Sounds good, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to hurt no one. Not real bad, anyway.
You think they care about you? I say take what you want and the rest be damned. Well, what do you want, Elf? This is a private conversation.
You said something about hurting people. Why?
Well, it's just that this fellow and his friends are offering me a chance to, well, be part of a gang.
Shut your mouth, Harley Bramble. You don't have to spill your guts to this pointy ear. Elves don't belong here.
I sense that it is you who does not belong here. Keep your insults to yourself.
And what if I don't? What are you gonna do about it, eh? You filthy dog. Have it your way for now. But I have friends, powerful friends. You'll soon be sorry. Mark my words. This whole town will be sorry.
Do you feel the same way as your friend?
Me? No, I don't. I don't even know him, really. He's a stranger here. Just come up from the south a week or two ago. I won't have anything more to do with him, I swear.
I mistrust that one. What did he want of you?
Well, I'm not really sure. He said there'd be changes round here soon, and those smart enough to join up with his friends would end up running things.
He means no good to Bree, or to you. You would do well to avoid men like that.
Aye, you're right. Folks here may not treat me the way I like all the time, but it's still my town. I shouldn't go siding with strangers.
Be certain you do not. I assure you no good would come of it.
You're back! Did you speak to Idona? What did she say? I'm dying to know.
Rejoice. She loves you.
Wonderful, wonderful! I can't thank you enough, my friend. But wait, hang on. Oh, I completely forgot. Edmund must have charged you something for that repair. I owe you for that and for your trouble. Here, take what I have. I wish it could be more.
I am happy to have helped. Keep your coins for the future.
Well, if you're sure, thank you. I'm going to tell everyone how generous and kind you've been. It's a pity we don't see more elves in Bree. You're good folk, that's certain.
May the stars shine upon you both. Farewell, Rowley Appledore.
Welcome to Bree. You're a stranger around here. May I ask you a few questions?
Perhaps, but first tell me who you are.
My name's Otto Astor, and Bree is my home. I am worried about the future of the town. That's what I wish to speak to you about.
Speak then. What concerns you?
We hear a lot of talk from travelers these days. Most of them speak of war and of a growing shadow in the east. The townsfolk just dismiss this, say it's far away and doesn't concern us, but I'm not so sure. You've traveled, maybe seen a few things. What's your opinion? Should we be worried?
There is much to worry about, and the danger is not far off.
I was afraid of that. If only I could convince others. But until then, I will have to take action on my own.
What do you intend to do?
I'd like to arrange for arming the town. We'll need more than pitchforks if we're forced to defend ourselves. I tried to convince a dwarven merchant to bring us weapons, but he refused.
It seems a reasonable request. Why did he refuse?
He seems convinced there's no market for weapons in this town, and said it wouldn't be worth his time.
Perhaps I should talk to this dwarf.
It's worth a try. His name is Groff. He's selling his wares from a market stall down the street. You might still find him there.
I shall speak with him and return with his answer.
Well now, if you don't mind my saying so, you don't look much like a Breelander. Is there something I can do for you?
I have a favor to ask of you.
A favor? What sort of favor?
These people have need of arms. Will you bring a supply of weapons for trade?
You're pulling my beard. Weapons for these folk? They wouldn't know which end of the sword to hang on to. I might as well try selling shoes to hobbits.
The days of peace and comfort may soon be past for Bree. They must be prepared should danger come upon them.
I'll not deny times are growing dark. There's trouble all around. But you'll never get these folks to believe it. Life's been too easy for them for too long.
Not everyone is blind to the growing threat. It was one of the townsmen who sent me to ask this of you. There are others who are worried as well.
It'll take more than a few sensible folk to make it worth my time. These people are simple and peace-loving. It's plowshares they want, not swords.
They will learn quickly should trouble come their way. Surely you do not wish to leave them defenseless in their need.
You're right, of course. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. At least I'd have no competition. All right, I'll do it.
Excellent. How long will it be before the arms arrive?
Some time, I'm afraid. It's a long trek to the Blue Mountains and back. Not to mention I'll have to convince my kin I've not lost my mind. Probably 3 months or more, I reckon.
Tell me of the Blue Mountains and your people.
The Blue Mountains are prosperous enough, although we find more iron than gold. We rely on ironworking for our livelihood. That's why I'm here selling tools to the Breelanders.
I will let them know when to expect you. Safe travels, Groff.
Did you speak with Groff? What did he say? Will he bring us weapons?
I was able to convince him. You will have your arms.
Excellent. My only concern now is the time it will take. What if we need to defend the town before the dwarf-made goods arrive? Maybe you could help me with that as well.
How so?
I can tell by your gear that you are no stranger to a fight. If you should have occasion to, well, let's say, recover any weapons you don't need, bring them to me, and I will pay you for them.
Indeed. What sort of payment can I expect?
I'm not a wealthy man, but I will give you what I can for any good weapons you bring me.
I will bear that in mind. Farewell. This is Fornost, yet I see no sign of the enemy.
These ruins could hide a large army. We might even now be under the gaze of unfriendly eyes.
Well, we came to provide a distraction for Aragorn, and what better way to do that than walking in the front door? Let's be about it.
Foul creatures! Feel the wrath of the Eldar! Archers!
Now I'm getting mad!
Our Empress Githoniel!
Still coming! To battle!
Feel the wrath of the Eldar!
The gate is open. Oh, you're caught between the hammer and anvil now! These ruins are not sound.
We must find a way out of these pits. Anon Edroni Om! These goblins are small, but deadly all the same.
You'd best flee if you value your life.
Creature could be making those cries.
between the hammer and anvil now!
I thank you, friends. Without your timely arrival, my death would have been slow, but certain.
Why, you are speaking.
Why, of course I am. The great eagles of the north speak as well as any elf. I am called Balaram. My home is in the Misty Mountains, and I serve Gwaihir, Lord of Eagles. Who is it I have to thank for my rescue?
I am Andriel, and I belong to the household of Elrond Half-Elven, the Lord of Imladris. My companions are Farin and Eridan.
Then I am indebted to you, Andriel of Imladris, and to your friends.
How did the goblins manage to capture you?
I was careless, and the goblins were well prepared. They used war machines to fire bolts that exploded around me. I was stunned and fell from the sky. When I came to my senses, I was bound and helpless, even as you found me.
What brought you here to Fornost?
I often range far across the lands of the north, gathering news for Gwaihir, my lord. When I saw activity here in long-abandoned Fornost, I grew curious and flew lower to investigate.
What did you see?
Goblins and other foul folk are working within the ruins. They appear to be preparing for war, building siege engines and stockpiling arms.
Were you able to determine who it is that leads this force?
I saw a tall man, heavily armored. The goblins obeyed his commands. Who he is I cannot say, but he had an aura of menace, like one tainted by the shadow.
That can only be Agandaur.
You know this man?
He is a servant of the Dark Lord. We must find him and destroy him if we are able.
I will assist you, but it will be perilous. The enemy has positioned war machines upon the inner wall. They limit my ability to fly freely.
If we could reach the top of the wall, we might be able to destroy the machines.
Beyond those doors, you will find a passage and stairs leading up to the wall.
Those machines are certain to be well guarded. We could be walking into a trap.
I will take to the air and draw their fire. If we are fortunate, that will allow you to gain the top of the wall unobserved.
We cannot let you make a target of yourself.
I am better prepared now. They will not find it so easy to bring me down a second time.
Very well. Let us begin.
Welcome. I think more folks are starting to believe the dangers I warned of are real. But it's no wonder, really. What with the Black Riders appearing on our streets and attempted murder right here in the inn.
Black Riders entered Bree?
Yes, but Barliman can probably tell you more than I. Welcome. I think more folks are starting to...
Black Riders entered Bree?
Yes, but Barliman can probably tell you.
Your price is but a fraction of what
I know, but it's all I can afford.
The top of the wall. Now to find and destroy the war machines.
And quickly, Belaram is in danger.
Find the edge. It's a long way down.
There is one of the war machines we seek.
Machine that still needs to go.
excellent opportunity to call on Belarom's aid.
Or we can do it the hard way.
Sorely hurt.
The wall is clear. Well done. I am free to fly unhindered. But there are others fighting in the city. They may need our help.
Could it be Elrond's sons?
I cannot say, but they move with stealth, and they leave a trail of slain enemies in their wake.
That sounds like Eladan and Elro here on both accounts.
They are likely heading for the Citadel, just as we are.
Then let's push on. Maybe we'll meet up with them.
I will shadow your movements from above. In open ground, I can strike against our foes. Call on me when the need is great.
Eladan and Elro here.
Ah! The elf twins can give us a hand!
Quickly, we must follow after Eladan and Elro here. They may need our aid.
We must find a way past this gate.
Githoniel! Beware! They have a powerful war machine! How long could assist us here? I need your aid!
Someone's coming.
Besting a troll in combat. That is no small feat, friends. It would appear that we are on the same side. Perhaps we could be of assistance to each other. Allow us to offer a hand. Andriel, is that you?
Well met, my friends. We were told we might find you here. I am truly glad to see you. Allow me to introduce my companions, Eridan of the Dunedain and Farin of Erebor. I present to you Eladan and Elrohir, the sons of Elrond Half-Elven.
It is a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such skilled and courageous warriors. Was it the three of you then who freed the Great Eagle?
Yes, Belarom is his name.
That was well done. But what brings you to Fornost?
We are here at the request of Aragorn.
But why would Aragorn send you to Fornost? Has he learned of the goblin force gathered here?
It's bigger than just a gathering of goblins. We were with the Rangers at Sarn Ford when we were attacked by Black Riders out of Mordor.
That is grim news. But it does not explain why Aragorn would send you here.
Aragorn is on a mission of vital importance and cannot afford interference from enemies here at Fornost.
And what's more, the enemy here is under the command of a man called Agandaur, and he's in league with the Black Riders.
I begin to understand. Aragorn wishes you to distract Agandaur.
Aye, you've got the right of it.
But now that we have joined forces, we can do more than distract him. Let us cut the head from this serpent of Sauron.
But Agandaur is a dangerous foe. We may need a stronger force if we hope to defeat him.
If we can take Agandaur by surprise, we may not need an army. Surely we are strong enough to defeat one man, even if he is a minion of the Dark Lord.
But we have no notion of where he may be.
He is certain to be in the Citadel at the heart of the city. We must attempt to make our way there. No easy task amid these crumbling ruins, and a host of orcs and goblins will seek to bar our way. If we are separated, press on toward the Citadel. There we will regroup for our final attack.
Be on your guard. Agandaur wields dark powers. I only hope our combined strength will be enough to overcome him.
Follow us! Stay close to us! They have a mounted crossbow! Take cover! We will take care of the machine! pathways. We will search this way while you three try another route. We will meet at the Citadel, if not before.
Someone man that mounted crossbow!
There, at the far end of this passage.
We strike as one!
What is that sound?
What manner of creatures are these?
Can they actually be so enamored of the darkness that they would willingly destroy themselves to strike at their enemies?
This is troubling!
More fire bearers around the corner!
Machine. They use dark magic to shield themselves. We must close with them.
We'll need to work together.
Fall before me, fiends!
The gate is open.
Close behind us! We're trapped!
There's a lever up there, but I don't see a way to reach it.
They found us again! Here they come!
We strike as one!
These creatures are more formidable than those we faced before. Agandar's minions!
The creature brings fire!
On your guard! There are yet more of them! The numbers are against us!
That one's carrying plasma power! We strike as one!
Up here, friends! One moment. We will open the gate for you. You may pass now. Press on. We will meet you farther along the way.
More bowmen!
Welcome. You've been very helpful. I think we have a good store of arms now. I know you haven't helped us for the money, so I want to show you my appreciation. I found this amulet many years ago on the Barrow Downs. I've always suspected it has some special virtue. Maybe it will be of use to you.
Good luck to you. There is a lever here. Our path is now clear. Against them.
They're coming right for us. Cut them down! More of them! Look out! strike as one!
Our Empress Victoria!
Good. The gate is open at last. Let's head on to the Citadel. There's the Citadel, just up ahead.
We're not there yet. Stay close. Beware! They have a powerful war machine!
There are more by the wall! They won't have the advantage for long.
Bring down the fire bearers first!
Let us stand and fight together! Look, the gate is opening.
I can down the minions!
We strike as one.
Archers above us! Summon reinforcements! vanishes then. Let us continue on.
Agandawa must be within. Then that is where we must go. The way is barred by a powerful magic ward.
Can you break the spell?
Perhaps, but it will take time and concentration.
You had best get started. We will guard you while you work. We must protect the Sons of Elrond from this attack!
There. The ward has been removed.
Come quickly! The doors are open!
Here we must separate for a time, my friends, for I cannot follow you within those narrow halls.
Will you depart for your home, Belaram?
No, lady. It would be faithless of me to say farewell while friends' lives yet hang in the balance. I will await your return. It may be that I can prevent reinforcements from following you into the tower.
We'd best hurry. The elves are getting ahead of us.
May fortune favor you all.
reach the Citadel?
I'd say we've been a pretty good distraction.
Tread carefully. We have no idea what to expect.
What is happening out there?
Invaders.
How many?
Not many, but they freed the eagle.
Fools! Now our presence here will be revealed. Is this the best your rabble can do?
They must be great warriors. Bloody-handed elves, or some of those filthy tongues.
I don't care. Find them and kill them. Call out your guards. Don't let them escape.
Call my guard and be quick about it! Kill the intruders!
Hold on, we'll help you!
No! We must not allow Agandar time to escape. Go on! We will deal with his guards.
The big one is Thazol, chieftain of the Orcs of Mount Graham.
Chieftain, huh? Good. I'm tired of dealing with lackeys. One. should have fled Middle-earth with the rest of your cowardly kin, while you still had the chance.
We flee from nothing, least of all you, lackey of Sauron.
Fools! I am the right hand of Sauron. I will see your precious Rivendell burning, and your mongrel father hauled before me in chains.
You will do nothing. Your plots end here.
My work is only just beginning. Do you think you two alone can hope to stop me?
They are not alone.
Don't look for your guards. They won't be coming.
Fornost means nothing. You haven't won anything here.
He's escaping! We cannot hope to follow him now.
But I can! Sorcery of Sauron! This is no natural storm! I can no longer see him! It is no use. He has escaped us for now.
Yes, but you cannot be blamed. It was bold of you to go after him alone. Indeed, though perhaps it was not the wisest course.
He summoned a storm. How can a mortal man wield such power?
Sauron is a master of dark sorcery. He has taught these arts to mortals before. It may be that Agandaur learned at the hand of the Dark Lord himself.
It is not Agandaur alone. We battled orcs in the ruins below that cast spells against us. I have fought many orcs in my time, but never any that use sorcery. Until now.
This could mean Agandaur has passed his knowledge on to others, even to the orcs. That would be a great evil, even for one such as he.
What was that beast he rode upon?
I cannot say. I have never seen nor heard of its like before today.
Nor have I. Perhaps the Dark Lord has bred these creatures as a challenge to my folk. I can only wonder how many of these beasts he has placed at Agandaur's command.
If only we could have put an end to him. I fear the evil he may yet do. But what now? Where do we go from here?
For my part, I would gladly join in the hunt for Agandaur. Yet I have my duty to consider. I must return home to inform Lord Gwaihir of all I have learned here.
Who is this Gwaihir you speak of?
He is the Lord of the Eagles of the Misty Mountains. I am surprised you do not know his name, for he is deep in the councils of Elrond, your lord. But perhaps you know him only as the Lord of Eagles.
Ah, of course, Gwaihir the Windlord. I have heard his name in many tales.
As his vassal, I am duty-bound to return to him. He must be informed of everything I have learned here.
Your duty to your people must come first. Good luck to you, Belaram.
Yes. Farewell, wherever you fare. Till your Eyrie receives you at your journey's end.
My thanks! Commend me to Elrond, your father, and farewell.
As for us, I believe we also have a duty to inform our allies of all we have learned.
It was Halbarad the Ranger that sent us to find Aragorn. He'd be interested in what we've learned, no doubt. We'd best return to him at Sarnford.
Agreed. For I, at least, am still under Halbarad's command.
Should you find Halbarad has no pressing need of your services, I would urge you to make your way to Imladris. We may have need of your strength and resourcefulness before long.
My friends may not know the name of Imladris.
Ah, your pardon. You know it better as Rivendell.
What of the orcs and goblins still here at Fornost? Should we not deal with them?
Goblins are only a threat when they have a strong leader to drive them on. With their chieftain slain and Agandaur fled, those few who remain in Fornost will soon fall to squabbling among themselves. And we may find more important tasks awaiting us elsewhere.
But what of Aragorn and the hobbit he was seeking? The Black Riders may well be pursuing them. Should we not try to help him?
If Aragorn has found this hobbit, it is certain they will both be bound for Imladris. He is several days ahead of us now. We shall look for him as we go, but Aragorn is resourceful. I suspect he will arrive at Imladris before we do.
Very well. We will depart for San Ford. Farewell, my friends.
I have received word through the Sons of Elrond and the Wandering Companies telling of your valor at Fornost. You are to be commended for your skill and daring.
There are so few rangers left here now. It may be dangerous for you to remain. What if the Black Riders were to return? Perhaps it would be best to retreat.
That would be the wise course if I thought they would return. But I am certain they did not come this far merely to slaughter a small band of Dunedain. No, I will remain here with the few we have left. We cannot hope to fight the enemy, but we still have eyes and ears to gather news of their movements.
We had yet to make a count of the dead the night you sent us to Aragorn, but I had hoped there would be more survivors.
Some few are away patrolling the borders of the Shire, for even now we must attend to our duty. But sadly, many of those who were wounded in the attack died within days from some evil ailment. Even those whose wounds seemed minor. Perhaps Solana could tell you more.
Have you heard anything of Aragorn? He was urgently seeking a certain halfling when we parted at Bree.
All I know is that Aragorn is rumored to have left Bree in the company of 4 hobbits of the Shire. I can only assume one of them is the hobbit he was seeking, and that they are now bound for Rivendell. There is worse news, however. On the night before they departed, the Prancing Pony Inn came under attack by unknown assailants.
We have returned to offer you our service. How may we best do that?
Truthfully, I would be happy for the extra hands. But it is clear to me that you 3 have a greater destiny. You may be needed more urgently elsewhere.
Then what would you have us do?
I advise you to make your way to Rivendell. Aragorn will be eager to hear news of Agendour, and he may have other tasks for you to perform. For now, the enemy seems to have turned away from the Shire.
These Black Riders, the Nazgul, they have traveled far from Mordor. It seems strange they would make such a journey merely to attack the land of the Halflings. Do you have any idea why they have come?
I do know why they're here, but it is not for me to pass that knowledge on to others. Perhaps Aragorn or Elrond will tell you more when you reach Rivendell.
Yes, it will be good to be home once again. Yet it is a long journey from here to Imladris. We had best begin.
Perhaps there is something you can do for me on your way.
You have but to name it.
I sent 2 of my rangers, Kilaran and Luin, on patrol along the Brandywine River. They should have returned long before now. I am growing concerned for them.
They are both seasoned rangers who have served many years in this region. We can be certain they have not simply lost their way. From which direction would they be returning?
They were to follow the Brandywine north as far as the Great East Road, and from there to make their way back by passing through the Barrow Downs.
The downs are just north of our position here.
Then we'll make our way north by way of the Barrow Downs.
Perhaps we will discover some trace of them as we travel.
You have my thanks. Eradan has great skill as a tracker. If Luin and Kilaran made it as far as the Downs, he will likely pick up their trail. Farewell and safe travels to you all.
Are you hurt? You look well enough to me. If it's healing draughts you need, you can get them from Maradan. I have a dying man on my hands.
Perhaps I can help. What is wrong with him?
Wrong? I don't really know. His wound is minor, yet his life is slipping away. I fear he is suffering from the Black Breath.
What can you tell me of this Black Breath?
It is some power wielded by the Black Riders, the 9 Nazgul. Their victims are stricken senseless, and without aid, they soon die. I've already lost 3 men to this curse. Eleron is the only victim who yet lives.
Then let us provide that aid. What can we do?
I hardly know. Drawing an arrow, stitching a wound, these things I have done countless times. But the Black Breath is something I know only from the old rhymes my teacher taught me.
There is often wisdom in old rhymes. Can you recall the words?
It was years ago. Let me think. I believe it ran something like this. When the Black Breath blows, and death's shadow grows, and all lights pass, come Athelas, life to the dying. That's all I can recall.
What is this Athelas the rhyme speaks of?
An herb, commonly known as kingsfoil. It has little medicinal use, though some find it comforting for headaches and other small complaints.
Perhaps there is more virtue in Athelas than you know. Have you any of this herb?
No, I have none. You'll have to forgive me for neglecting to lay up a supply. But you see, no one bothered to tell me that the 9 ring wraiths would rise up from ancient legends to trouble us here. If I had Athelas, don't you think I would have used it by now?
Does Athelas grow in these regions? I would be willing to go in search of it.
Perhaps you could find some at that. The plant is not native to Middle-earth. It was brought to these shores from lost Numenor, and planted in the lands where our ancestors used to dwell, including the Borrowdowns to the north.
How will I know Athelas should I come across it?
The plant has many long, smooth leaves, but you might best find it by its scent, a sweet, pungent fragrance. The Borrowdowns hold precious few such plants.
My road leads to the Borrowdowns. Should I find Athelas growing there, I will return with a supply.
You're soon to be off again, are you? Well, I have a few things among our supplies that may help you on your way. Perhaps a few extra arrows for your quiver, and a few of Solana's healing drafts may come in very handy as well. Take a look.
Will you first share your thoughts about what happened here? The attack of the Black Riders?
Ah, well, I've seen many things in my day. Evil in many forms. But I've never seen anything like we faced that day. So many lost. It's hard for an old man to see so many younger men slain. I wish I could... Well, there's nothing to be gained from wishing.
But there is something to be gained from action. We must have our revenge.
Revenge? That's all well and good. But those men will still be dead, won't they? Better that we do whatever we can to save others from their fate.
Yes, we must think of the living. Yet it is hard to see good men fallen and their killers unpunished.
Those men died trying to protect those who can't protect themselves. No one can ask for a better ending. But you still live. And there is a long and dangerous journey ahead of you. You must be prepared. Take a look at the stores I have on hand.
Are you in need of support? Are you in need of...
filled with ancient tombs. What do you know of them, Elf?
These tombs were made by the fathers of men in the depths of time. They were sacred to the men of Arnor, and they too buried their dead here, until their kingdom fell to the Witch King.
These hills have an evil reputation in the folklore of the Shire and Bree, but rangers travel here often without incident. Still, I feel a sense of unease. We must stay alert.